Hi, everybody. We're live at the Paste Studios right now with Kendell Marvel. Kendell, it's great to see you again, man. Thanks for doing this.
Good to see you, brother. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, dude, of course, man. Welcome to the new iteration of the same tape room. Same tapes as last time, new location. A little cozier at this one. Thanks for coming back.
I love it. I like the old vintage smell of it.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's we just had the Santana reels out. That's just giant metal cans over there, and still don't smell like vinegar, so they're still in good shape.
That's good.
Yeah. So we're about to hear 3 songs today. All of them are from Solid Gold Sounds. Congratulations to you in advance because it's coming out October 11th on Easy Eye Sound, that's your first release on Dan Auerbach's label. It's the first release on that label, right? Mm-hmm. Which is going to be awesome, man. Congratulations to you.
Pretty exciting stuff, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man. Can you tell us what's coming up first?
Yeah, I'm going to do a song called Hard Time with the Truth. It was the first release off this record. We just released it a couple weeks ago, and I wrote it with Dan and one of my musical heroes, John Anderson, old country singer from the 70s and 80s, and probably the only time I've ever been a little bit intimidated in the writing room just because I was such a big fan until I sat down with him for like 30 seconds, and then all that went away, and just like, what a cool dude. So we wrote this song, and I'm proud to have him as a co-writer on one of my tunes. Might have told you that I loved you, might have meant it at the time. I might have promised you forever, but Lord, I might have changed my mind. There wasn't nothing that you did or didn't do. No, I got a hard time with the truth. I know you wanted to believe me, wanted me to be the one. I love you come so easy, the way it rolls right off the tongue. No, I never meant to make you play the fool. Oh, I got a hard time with the truth. If I'm being honest, it's easier to lie than to go and break a promise, go and make you cry. It ain't like I don't like lying next to you. I've always had a hard time with the truth. When I look into the mirror, sometimes I don't like what I see. It's like I'm looking at the devil, staring right straight back at me. And I keep praying that one day turns me loose. No, I got a hard time with the truth. If I'm being honest, it's easier to lie than to go and break a promise, go and make you cry. It ain't like I don't like lying next to you, but forever's just too much to live up to. Yeah, somewhere deep inside you always knew you always had a hard time with the truth. Thank you. Thanks.
Dude, thank you, man. It sounds great. It sounds so good
Thanks,
in this
man.
room. Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about the production of this record? I mean, it sounded like it came together quickly, extremely quickly.
It did, yeah. Once we decided we was going to work together, a friend of ours, Dave Ferguson, made the introduction to Dan, and Dave produces Tyler Childers and Sturgill Simpson, Margot Price, just some really cool alt country, what I would call country, but alt country, and it was really cool to get that introduction and work with them two dudes, and it just fell together so easy. I mean, Dan was like, he likes his process. He likes to write some songs and see how that turns out. And we started writing songs, and we was cranking out 4 or 5 a day. We wrote 16, 17 songs and recorded all of them and picked the record from that. So
Yeah. Well, dude, I read about one of the. I don't think I'm spilling any sort of secret sauce because I read it on the internet. It's already out there. But the fact that you were that maybe backed off a little bit vocally, so you guys could really turn up the preamps and turn up the microphones and just make it even.
Yeah.
Are we seeing that in this session right now? Does this represent you at medium volume, or does this? Is this
now
similar?
that last one I kind of step it up because
Yeah.
the guys that played it they played it a half step down from what I just played it in. So honestly, I couldn't play it right. I couldn't play it like it's supposed to sound, so I had to take it up a half a step. But the rest of them, it's my live volume. But I mean, he would have me in the microphone and he'd be like, quieter, man, you're singing too loud. And I didn't feel like I was singing loud, but he was right. He's like, the quieter and softer you sing, I can turn you up and make it just sound huge. Your voice is huge anyway. Let the microphone work. And I hadn't done it in a long time. I sang a lot of demos and stuff. I only made one album on my own. But, it turned out remarkable from my point of view.
Yeah, man, for mine as well. I agree. I mean, it sounds excellent in any case. I mean, me sitting 12 or 14 feet away from you and just hearing it through the air sounds awesome, but I think you guys made a lot of excellent decisions on the record as well, which,
thanks, man.
yeah,
Thanks.
if you, the internet, are just joining us right now, Solid Gold Sounds is the record. It's coming out on October 11th on Easy Eye Sound. And yeah, man, I'm enjoying it very much. Hopefully everyone also gets a chance to check it out.
Awesome. Hope so.
Yeah, so we're going to hear a second and a third song from it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's coming up second?
Yeah, since I'm already in drop D tuning, I think I'll do another one in drop D. This song here I wrote with Dan and Ronnie Bowman, and we wrote 2 or 3 songs that day. And Ronnie's just a fantastic singer-songwriter, like a bluegrass singer-songwriter. Yet he writes a lot of contemporary country songs. He's had a lot of hits with Brooks and Dunn and Chris Stapleton, and just a great writer and great singer. And we needed something that had a little wailing vibe to it, So this song's called "If You Know What's Good for Me." Well, I passed you in the hallway, red gloss on your lips. That ain't perfume that I bought you, 'cause I just caught a whiff. I know where you're going, and I don't care no more. Stay out if you want to, I won't walk the floor. You go on ahead and set me free, if you know what's good for me. Honey, it ain't like I'm jealous, I'm way past that place. But I can be the devil if you throw it in my face. I've took all that I'm taking, and I won't take no more. When it drops you off tomorrow, if it walks you to my door, girl, you best make damn sure I don't see if you know what's good for me. If you know what's good for me, you'd have done it from the start, instead of running around all over town, stomping on my heart. What goes around's gonna come around, honey, you can bet your ass. There's a slow train coming, and that train's coming fast. You'd put me out of all my misery, if you know what's good for me. If you know what's good for me, you'd have done it from the start instead of running around all over town, stomping on my heart. What goes around's gonna come around, honey, you can bet your ass. It's a slow train coming, and that train coming fast. You'd put me out of all my misery. You go on ahead and set me free. If you know what's good for me, you just let me be. You know what's good for me. Thank you, thank you. The crowd goes wild.
Yeah, man. Yes. Well, at least in this case, the crowd does actually outnumber the amount of people on stage, which is not always the case in
Right,
this room.
right.
Not in
I've
this
seen
room.
those, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds cooler when there's four of us clapping than when it's just me.
Right, right.
Dude, this sounds great, man. I'm really enjoying this very
thanks,
much. Thanks
man.
for coming. So you've got a ton of dates announced between now and I think the last one I saw was December 10th in Nashville, and that's one of the honky tonk experiences.
Yeah.
which seems like a ton of fun. All of the or a lot of the October and November dates are supporting Chris Stapleton.
Yep.
So you've got a lot of exciting things happening, man. It's gonna
Yeah, that's going to be my
awesome.
first amphitheater tour. Me and Stapleton and Brothers Osborne, who are a couple of my favorites, obviously. You know, get to write songs with those guys as well. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And you mentioned our honky tonk experience. You know, we started that with the last record to kind of draw awareness to me as an artist and less of a songwriter, because that's how I was known for 20 years. You know, for writing songs for others. And it's just been a blessing that that show was drawn. You know, the cool thing is the guests. You know, I get to go up there and play my record, do songs off my albums, and do cover songs of stuff I love. And then the guests come and they get to sing a classic country honky tonk, or you know, a lot of people think just honky tonk music, but the experience part kicks in. You know, that's Allman Brothers and whatever they want to play. You know, and the rock vibe of it. So we've had everybody from Chris Shiflett and Rami from the Foo Fighters come out and play with us. Alison Krauss, Jamie Johnson, Brothers Osborne. I mean, there's a giant. I couldn't name them all. Gary Allen. I mean, there's just so many. And the next one, you know, in September, we've got Marcus King, Chris Shiflett, Paul Cawthon, Charlie Worsham, Haley Witters. It's just a bunch of cool, you know, all the cool kids. I try to invite them out. And
Yeah, man.
grace my stage and make my stage look better.
We've got Paul's coming through here in a couple of weeks.
He's a wild man.
Just had Haley recently, so we've got similar tastes about who the cool kids
Absolutely.
are, and that sounds so much. I
Absolutely.
mean, anytime your work means that you're working with Alison Krauss, you know you're on the right.
They don't
you're
get any
doing the
cooler
right
than
thing.
that for
and
me.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Well, I hope to make it to one of those. The one I didn't write. I know I think there's one in September, but the last one on the schedule is December 10th in Nashville. They're both in Nashville. They're always in Nashville.
Yeah. At the Exit Inn, man, it's a. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but it's probably the last cool rock and roll joint left. It's been there for years, and actually they're having trouble right now. You know, for trying to draw up support. They're trying to tear everything down around all these historic buildings and put up high-rise condos, and so everybody's starting a big petition. You know, trying to. Don't mess up the rock block. You know, that's what it's called, the rock block, and it's just such a cool area down there, right across from Vanderbilt. It's a cool rock and roll joint. Everybody's played there, from Tom Petty to Waylon Jennings. I mean, everybody's been there. It's just such a cool place, and I hope like hell they leave it alone.
Yeah, well, if we've got a decent crowd watching right now, if the crowd, somebody please find the petition to save the rock block and post it in the comment section. If I don't see it, I'll post it myself in a couple of minutes.
Sure, I'm sure we got some stuff posted. We'll post some more about it for sure.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, dude, that sounds like a whole lot of exciting things happening. Thank you for bringing your music here to us, to this little tape room today. We appreciate it very much.
A little tape room in a big city.
Yeah.
It's always fun. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Man, so we're gonna hear a third one today off of Solid Gold Sounds. Can you tell us what you're gonna play last today?
Yeah, it's so I get this string tuned up. This is my wife's favorite song on the record. This record's a lot more easy listening than my last record. You know, my last one was In Your Face. You know, I always said that was Haggard meets ZZ Top. You know, and this one is more Haggard meets Charlie Rich. You know, real '70s vibe sounding, all the musicians are guys, the old Memphis guys that played on In the Ghetto for Elvis, played on Pretty Woman, and Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. All these fantastic, old songs that we all try to duplicate them sounds, and that's what Dan does. It's Easy Eyes. He got the Easy Eye band, and those are guys that had been retired pretty well, and Dan brought them back out and got them playing on all these records, and they're just, when you think, let's try to sound retro, those guys are retro. That's their sound. That's their gear that made that stuff up, sound like that. So it was great to do it, and this is one of my favorite tracks off the record. Dan and I were supposed to write with somebody one day, and whoever that was didn't show up or had their wires crossed, and, had to write something else. But I'm glad they didn't show up that day, because we wrote this song, and it's one of my favorites. If I die and go to heaven, as soon as I walk through that gate, and I lay eyes upon my Maker, first thing I'm gonna say, thank you for that woman you put in my life. She's what kept me going, treated me so right. Well, honey, I could live forever and never love nobody else. If God made anything better than you, He must have kept it for Himself. The way you helped me fight my demons, you nursed me through the black and blue. How you always know just what I'm needing, and all the little loving things you do. Well, thank you for believing, never losing faith, when I gave you every reason to go and walk away. Well, honey, I could live forever and never love nobody else. If God made anything better than you, He must have kept it for Himself. Honey, I could live forever and never love nobody else. If God made anything better than you, He must have kept it for Himself. He must have kept it for Himself. Thank you.
All right. Kendall, thanks for doing this, man. We appreciate it very much. And dude, I just went to that to change.org to check out that petition, and it's like there's less than 150 signatures needed to hit the goal. It's almost there right now. So I just posted it in the thing, and I just signed it. And so there you go. It's in the comment section right now. Perfect. And you've got a lot of cool stuff happening. Your Solid Gold Sounds comes out on October 11th on Dan Auerbach's label Easy Eye Sound, and you got a ton of tour dates. They're all up at KendellMarvel.com. And that includes, you're going to be at the Tabernacle in Atlanta November 29th.
Yep.
And there are 2 Honky Tonk Experience shows in Nashville, the second one being on December 10th. And dude, thanks for coming and playing for us today.
Thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Right.